Hey, what's going on everybody? Today we're going to be covering an awesome topic that a lot of people don't do enough in the kitchen, which is doing either using an Instapot or using a pressure cooker. And it's a great way to quickly make dinner in a short amount of time. And it also takes a lot of the hands-on nature of cooking out of it. You're just going to set it and forget it. And today what we're going to be making is a 3-bean vegan chili, and we're going to be serving that with some toasted bread. You can always admit that if you're trying to be more on the low carb front, but it's also just an awesome thing to have in there. It's going to be hearty enough as it is, so let's get after it. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be turning on that Instapot or the pressure cooker onto the browning or the sauteing high heat, so that way we can saute our onions and garlic first before we do anything else. Next, we're going to chop up an entire onion. So I've gone over this before in previous videos. The quickest way to dice an onion is you're going to be cutting it in half. You're going to be cutting all the way through, most of the way through, not all the way through, I guess, about 90% of the way through. Then I'm going to come through and I'm going to bifurcate it and then come back through. And that's how you dice an onion. Next, chopping up the garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and press on the flat side of the knife. And that's going to release this garlic from the skin. Easy, quick way to peel garlic. Then I'm going to come back through. I personally like my garlic a little bit thicker when I'm making things like chili. It has a little bit more consistency to it as opposed to minced. So we're just going to dice this up into pretty thick chunks. And we're going to throw that in our pot. All right, so now that we got that all sauteed, we're going to be adding in our initial spices, which are the chili powder, cumin, and smoked paprika. We're going to be sauteing those and those spices for about another 2 minutes. All right, next we're going to add in 1.5 cups of red lentils, 1 can of chili beans, 1 can of black beans, 1 28-ounce can of fire-roasted crushed tomatoes, and 1 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes just in the juice, and you want to also include the liquid. Now we're adding in 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt. This is just salt to taste. You can always add more salt later. And last but not least, 3 cups of vegetable broth. And that's it. And so we're going to set that on high pressure for 10 minutes. And then we're going to let it release at a natural pace. Make sure it's away from cabinets so that way it doesn't come up underneath your cabinet. All right, so while that is finishing cooking, we're going to talk about what we can top this with. So if you're doing a traditional vegan one, then you're not going to want to do cheese. But if you don't care about it not being vegan, you can obviously use cheese. But we're going to be using a vegan cheddar as well as a vegan sour cream. And then I'm going to use some roasted bell peppers, some olives, avocado. It's just going to be awesome. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is releasing the pressure. Once it's already gotten to that 10-minute mark, 10 to 15 minutes around there, it's usually around 10 minutes. So once you're there, it's releasing the pressure. And this is the part that scares a lot of people with pressure cookers because they think that it's going to blow up their house or everything, because this has been under extreme pressure for 10 minutes. And sometimes you can cook stuff for like hours in here, and so it's going to be under a lot of pressure. So you're going to want to just turn it to release the pressure naturally, but at the same time, you can let it release naturally for about 15-20 minutes. So it's going to take probably about 20 minutes for it to fully release. If after 20 minutes it's still hissing, you can go ahead and pull that tab and release the rest of the pressure. You should be just fine. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. All right, so there we have it. We have our vegan chili. Took about 30 minutes to make, serves about 4 to 5 people, and it's gonna fill everybody up Really quick and easy, set it and forget it meal. And remember, if you like this video, please like it, subscribe down below, and let me know if you make it, if you have any questions, comments, how it turned out for you.